Hi, my name is Jonathan Bullinger, and I'd just like to thank the Milne Library for allowing me to speak for a few minutes about my first solo-authored manuscript that's available now through Routledge, and it's titled Reagan's Boys and the Children of the Greatest Generation, U.S. World War II Memory, 1984 and Beyond. And the impetus for this work was really my own childhood, which felt like, even though it was the 80s and the 1990s, it felt like World War II's shadow was still pretty enveloping over all of us. So as I began to read and think about this issue, I realized other scholars had already engaged with this, but they tended to focus solely on maybe Reagan's contributions toward it in 1984 during his famous The Boys a Point to Hawk speech, or his 1984 re-election campaign. Or others would have talked about historian Stephen E. Ambrose's work and subsequent fallout due to plagiarism claims. Others would look to Tom Brokaw's fantastic success with coining the term the Greatest Generation and his subsequent books. And while still others tended to focus on 1998 due to the success of Brokaw's book, and of course even more so the success of Steven Spielberg's film Saving Private Ryan. Well, my book is the first to tell the entire story from 1984 up through about 2010, and it really tries to incorporate the connections between the rhetoric that these four men engaged with, and to nuance it beyond sort of the media's attempt to sort of put them all together as a homogeneous mass. Brokaw is the most purely nostalgic. Reagan is the most mythologizing. Stephen E. Ambrose basically became a unabashed booster for these works, these events rather, through his works, and sort of gave up whatever academic credibility he had as a collector of oral histories. And Spielberg is sort of the least of our worries here, just simply a son using his filmmaking skills to honor a father, and he's sort of obsessed with his father's generation. But I'll just simply skip ahead because I don't have much time, and that I'm obviously very critical of these guys and narrowing the understanding of what World War II meant, focusing solely on the soldier and a sense of brotherhood. But unfortunately, the times that we're living in, not to spoil the end of the book, but if a young man wants to believe that mythology of superhero greatest generation grandfathers beating Hitler versus the current president's rhetoric of hate speech and embracement of fascism, well, I guess suddenly I'm a little bit more lenient toward that mythology of the super soldier as our only understanding of U.S. engagement in World War II. So with that, I don't have any time left, so I just want to say thank you. If the book is of use to you or your students, again, it is available through Routledge, and it is Reagan's Boys and the Children of the Greatest Generation, U.S. World War II Memory, 1984 and Beyond. My name is Jonathan Bullinger. You can find me over in the Department of Communication. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.